Good morning. Welcome to the Danville Public Library Children's Room. I'm Nancy, and today I'm going to be reading a story called Pennies. And this week we're also doing penny spinners as a craft, so make sure that you pick it up out at the curbside pickup table. So this is Pennies by Pat Brisson, and it's illustrated, or the pictures are done by Bob Barner. Pennies. Benny McBride had 5 new pennies. "And what should I buy?" he asked. "Buy something beautiful," said his mom. "Buy something good to eat," said his brother. "Buy something nice to wear," said his sister. "Woof, woof," said his dog. And "meow," said his cat. "Okay," said Benny, "I will." So Benny McBride, with 5 new pennies, strolled out in the morning sun. A woman was cutting roses, and her name was Mrs. Hill. "Will you sell me a rose?" asked Benny. "Will you sell me a rose for a penny?" "And yes, I will," said Mrs. Hill. And then Benny McBride, with 4, because he had 5 and he spent 1, new pennies and a sweet-smelling rose, strolled on in the morning sun. A girl was baking cookies, and her name was Lucy May. "Will you sell me a cookie?" asked Benny. "Will you sell me a cookie for a penny?" "A cookie for a penny?" "Okay," said Lucy May. Don't those look good? Then Benny McBride, with 3 new pennies, 1, 2, 3, because he's used 2. He also had his sweet-smelling rose and a soft warm cookie, strolled on in the morning sun. A boy was making hats, and his name was Michael Bess. "Will you sell me a hat?" asked Benny. "Will you sell me a hat for a penny?" "Yes, oh yes," said Michael Bess. And now how many pennies did he have? He had 1, 2, because he already spent the other 1, 2, 3 pennies. 5 pennies, and now he has 2, but he also has a sweet-smelling rose, a warm cookie, a fine paper hat, and he's strolling along in the morning sun. A butcher was cutting meat, and his name was Mr. Hopper. "Will you sell me a bone?" asked Benny. "Will you sell me a bone for a penny?" "You're quite a shopper," said Mr. Hopper. How many pennies does he have now? He has 1 penny left, because he spent a penny on a rose, a penny on a cookie, a penny on a paper hat, and a big meaty bone, and now he's strolling along with that 1 penny in the warm morning sun. A man was catching fish, and his name was Mr. Beale. "Will you sell me a fish?" asked Benny. "Will you sell me a fish for a penny?" "It's a deal," said Mr. Beale. And then Benny McBride, with no more pennies, but a sweet-smelling rose, a soft warm cookie, a fine paper hat, a big meaty bone, a floppy wet fish, and no new pennies, strolled home in the morning sun. "I'm back," he called, "and I brought what you said." "It's beautiful," said his mom. Good," said his brother. "I like it," said his sister. "Woof, woof," said his dog. "Meow," said his cat. "Thank you, Benny," they all said together, "and you're welcome," said Benny McBride. And that's the end of our story for today. Thanks for visiting the Danville Public Library Children's Room. I'm Nancy. See you soon.